Howard Stern Show.
Didn't your agent fire you at some point?
My manager called me one day, who I'd been with for like 7 years, and was like, you know what, you're too old. I was like 30. I was like 37 years old. And I probably was. And she goes, I can't do anything with your career.
Yeah.
And literally the next day, I got like Supernatural, Grey's Anatomy, and Weeds. Like, they all happened at the same time.
That manager must have the worst karma to have something like that happen.
I hope so.
Has that manager, have you ever called that manager or run into that manager and said, you fucking idiot?
I have. She got rid of me and this other guy named Max Martini, who now does huge friggin' movies all the time for the same reason, that he was too old.
Explain something to me.
Yeah.
A manager gets 10 or 20% of your earnings.
Yeah.
So you're not earning, and she has to at some point kind of get rid of the dead wood, in which you are dead wood.
I'm dead wood.
Right. So, and then you're telling me the very next day you get a major fucking role.
Yeah, I literally got Grey's Anatomy, Supernatural, and a show called Weeds, all like within a week of each other.
Did she try to say, hey, listen, I'm still your manager?
No, I had immediately signed with another manager who I'm still with to this day, a guy named Rob Gomez, who's awesome. And I
believe she's now managing, though, Butch Patrick, so she's doing pretty well from the Munsters, right?
Yeah, that might be. He's not too old.
No, he's not.
Now he's taking on the old guys.
Yeah, you're not kidding. I didn't mean to single out Butch.
Yeah,
we like Butch.
I like Butch.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I like Butch. Butch is awesome. That's a great show. So I love this story that the manager dumps you, and the very next day you book 3 major fucking jobs.
Yeah, and it changed obviously, I think Grey's Anatomy more than anything has just changed my career. And then I went on to do, I think I got P.S. I Love You right away, this movie with Hilary Swank, and then Zach hired me for Watchmen.
Wow.
Like right in like a year's time. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, that was the first time I'd sort of immersed myself into the comic book world.
Is that when you could finally like call your parents and say, hey, listen, I'm doing pretty well now?
I still haven't called them.
Is that right? You can speak to them?
I just hope for the best. No, I'm teasing. They're obviously kind of.
What happens when you run into that manager? Like, at what point do you see the manager and say, hey, I booked all 3 things? I just love stories like that.
Well, I'd run into her at a movie premiere, Friends movie, and I ran into her, and she got really mad at me for basically telling the same story that I'm telling right now.